Okay, so we're going to make this one short because we're just going to add some transitions. I'm going to add some transitions in this at these different points of the video where we cut them. We add transitions and yeah, that's what we're doing for this particular video, and then we export it. So if you want to add transitions, all you have to do is you first of all know if it's necessary. If you want to add transitions, is it necessary? Do you need transition? So let's just play and see if transitions are needed. Let me take this volume down. Yeah, so that you can hear me. Okay, so let's see what the video looks like now. Okay, at this point, it looks like we're going to be needing transition here because it looks really dry, right? Well, it depends on you. It all depends on you. I usually like motion uh, pictures to move concurrently. If you look at this first one, as the camera is moving, it transits into this other one, and the camera is also moving here. But when it gets here, it just stops and then it starts moving. So what we can do here is that we add a very good transition here by breaking this place, or we can also move this video forward by cutting this part off. But we're going to be adding transition, and I'll show you just how to do that without spoiling the timeline. Okay, so we'll add transitions here, 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 and here. Okay, so for this first part, this is what we can do, because you can't add transition here just like that because there's no video here. Transition is meant to be in between two videos. Transition can only work within in between two videos. Yeah, so if you select this video and you go over here to the transitions tab and you try to select a transition, let me show you what it will tell you. Let's try to do that. So you see it's brought the transition here down here instead because it cannot stay here. Okay, let's see how to move it out. You can't even move it out. Wait, hold on. Okay, let's see. So if you see, we can't leave the transition here. There are no continuous clips at current position. So you can see we can only bring the transition here or here. So to be able to do that, we have to cut this part of the video here. So just leave your cursor there, do Ctrl B, cut it out, and then you can take that video that's under it off because it doesn't show anyways. But before we start doing that, we have to turn off linkage and the main timeline magnet. I have to turn those two things off so that it doesn't scatter our arrangements. As you can see, each video is linked currently to a text or a filter or an effect, so you have to turn linkage off, and you also have to turn off the timeline magnet. And let me show you what turning off the timeline magnet does. Okay, so this is the timeline magnet button. So when you turn this off, you will notice that if you take a video out of the main timeline, there's space. It doesn't magnet it. The other videos, they don't come back to magnet the first one, unlike if you leave it turned on like I was showing you earlier. So we're going to leave it turned off, and then we're going to move here what we split up to join that video so that we can so that we can add the transition in between. So yeah, the first video, between the first and second video there's a transition. Now we want to add a transition between this video and a B-roll. And then if you see now, the linkage is on, so it's still attached to the text and filter, so we have to turn that linkage off. Yeah, so once you turn that linkage off, and then it's disconnected now from it, so I can move this alone without affecting my text and scattering anything. So it's usually advisable to leave it on until you finish cutting your videos and all of that. Then when you are done, when you are editing, and you can now turn them off. So we're going to add a transition here now because there's a proper space. Let's pick one good one. I'm just getting the basic transitions are available because there's no network, so we can't even sign in to Pro. Okay, let's just pick the one that's already downloaded up there. I think this one's fine. Okay, it's by default to go to the main track. So you have to drag and drop it if you are adding the transition for a B-roll, so you have to drag and drop it. So let's do that. Let's click drag. Yeah, that's it. So we'll do this for the other part of the videos where we want to pull our transmission. Okay, so we're done with that, with all the transitions. Now let's add sound effects. Let's add some sound effects to all these icons that we have. For the icons, let's add just some simple sound effects to the icons, like swoosh, to make it just live. So go to your audio and just preview some of the sound effects. But I have a pack of sound effects that you will be needing, and I'll show you exactly how to use the pack. But like I said, you'll be getting the pack at the end of this video. So let's try this one out. Let's cut out what we need. So I need a swoosh. So I'm going to be cutting out the swoosh from this video, and I'm going to use it for our effects here. Okay, so just take your effect, yeah, put it just before or right in where the content enters the video, and it will be perfect. Copy it and paste it across every other content that you want to have a sound effect like this. Yeah, so I just copy that first one and I'm pasting it everywhere. And then let's see how the entire video looks like now. You can get a bunch of these on Instagram and TikTok. Some creators provide them some templates for free. But I have a lot of these already cut out, especially for Nigerian kind of content that are viral, viral effects, viral sound effects. Yeah, so let's add and show you what it sounds like. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. So let's go ahead, take our volumes back up and export our video. I'll paste the link to the video so you can watch it and see what we've done so far on that.